Hello, welcome back to ETS2 video 4 and straight into it. Going to be covering 3 loads but only showing 2. I'll explain later when we get near to that, but this first load is following on from video 3, so we're starting in Plymouth and we're taking a stratum trailer, which is basically a farming trailer that picks up grass, hay, that sort of thing. If you play farming simulator of any type, you can actually get this trailer, as you can see there, in the game. Oh, it's not a front loader, I think it's a muck spreader. Anyway, it's a farming trailer. And we're taking this to Liverpool. It's a total of 454 kilometres. It's in kilometres because it's a left-hand drive, and our depot is in Calais. So even though we're back in the UK and they work in miles, the truck's in kilometres and we're on a left-hand drive, so we'll stick with kilometres. So reasonably uneventful drive all the way up. I've sort of time-lapsed it, or I've spliced some of the run out of it. I do cut in some way through just to show part of the journey. Come across a level crossing with a train, so just show that a little bit, and then we splice to near the end. So I'm going to leave you to watch this run up to Liverpool, and I'm going to pop back with some more information near the end of the job. So speak to you in a minute. Okay, we're at our delivery point. We've dropped the trailer in the park bay. Excellent result, no damages or penalisation, and we get one more skill point, put it in long distance, try and get some distance runs, try and get some more money in. We're still running quite low on the money side of things, so from here we're going to go off into Liverpool. We're going to go to a garage, we'll do a bit of truck maintenance, and then we are going to pick up the next load, which will be the second load for this video, which I don't know how many loads that is within the whole series at the moment. I know I did 3 on the last, so anyway, second one for this video. The reason I said we're only showing 2, because this second load I can show you picking me, show me picking the load, show me picking the load up, but I go, once I've picked the load up, you'll see, I go and park up and get my daily rest. Then I show myself leaving the daily rest, and I had to stop recording because there's something else to do, and then I'll come back and carry on recording the job. And from what I know, it was recording, and then when I went to view the recording afterwards, there was no recording. It had vanished, and at that point I'd already chosen another load and stopped. So from picking up the load and getting my rest, pulling out the car park, which you're going to see now, we've just done some maintenance on the truck, make sure that's all tip top for the next run. So now we're going to go off and pick up our load, which I skipped that bit, but I went on and found the load, and the load is dog food from Liverpool to Sheffield, which is another 336 kilometres. So we're going off to pick up the load now, which is just down here on the left. It's in a 40-foot container, and yeah, we as you see, we're coming here, ECS, you'll see now, it pings up in a minute. Here we go, job type, there we go, freight market, and there it is, Liverpool Sheffield dog food. Got that. choose it, tells us which one it is, that first one there. So we pick the trailer up and off you go. I'm explaining what we're doing, you're watching it. Anyway, from here go off, I park up, have my daily break, and then pull out, and like I say, I had to stop recording. I did some bits, come back, started recording. Well, I thought I'd started recording, so then being no video, I must have not recorded. But there's always, I thought there was my signal on the screen showing me that it was recorded. I get my screen frame rate up there anyway when the game's up, because Capture Software's basically constantly running, or not constantly running, but it picks up a game and it puts it up on the corner of the screen, and then you activate the recording and that comes up. And I thought I must have done it, and I must have pushed the wrong key. So anyway, it doesn't record. I do the whole run. I then choose another load, but I then exchange. I won't go into that. Let's get this bit out of the way, and then there's another little bit of information which you will notice when we start the third load, which I'll let you know what that is when we get there. So I'm just going to let you watch this bit, and then I'll pop back in a second when we start the next load. So I'll speak to you in a minute. Right, okay. Just pulling out from having daily rest. We're all ready to rock and roll, and then I had to do. Now, if you notice, I'm in a different truck. Still in the Scania, but I tried to upgrade the truck to a 143M 400 V8, and I did it, and I don't know whether it's the attachments I added or something. I didn't like the way the sound of the engine. It didn't sound like the V8 that I had when I had one. It might have been a fair few years ago, but it don't know, it was too loud and it just didn't feel right. So I took the mod out, and taking it out, it gave me the equivalent Scania that is in the vanilla game. So I went from a 143 400 V8 streamline, because I'd updated the engine and done a few other bits, and it's given me a Scania R420 top line. Now it's done the same for my driver. It's given me the equivalent for her, a Scania R. I don't think it's a 420 because I hadn't upgraded. I think it's a 360, and I don't think it's a top line. I think it might be a top line because they were both streamlines, but I can't remember. So I'm in a newer Scania now. I'm not going to go back because I wanted the more power. I wanted the V8, so I'm going to stick with this because it's got the power, because it's a 420. I don't think it's a V8. I've never driven these new ones, so I don't know, and I need to read up a bit more to find out what an R420 is. But I think it's just a straight inline 4 diesel, but it's putting out roughly the same power from what I can gather, because it's given me the equivalent of what I had in the vanilla game. So that's the lowdown of why I'm in a different truck. It's in the same colour. I've got no more extras than I had in the other. I still got my little dancing hula girl there. It's the standard cab, so it's still got no sat nav built in. That's why I've still got the screen. So I haven't gone and just changed it and got top of the range. It's what the game's given me, and I will stick with that until I've got the money to upgrade it, upgrade the interior or whatever, or I decide, right, I'm going to go for a completely different rig. But so hopefully people won't mind, but I haven't really cheated. Anyway, I need to let you know what this load is. This load is an AMX 56, which is basically a tank. I think an AMX 56 is, I think it might be Russian or French. Anyway, this is from Sheffield to Carlisle. I've just come out of Sheffield, which is where the delivery of the dog food was, which you didn't know because, well, you knew, but I couldn't show you because I lost the recording or didn't record or something like that. So now we're just pulling off on our way to Carlisle. So we're going to run in. The thing is, I can't give you any information other than the dog food was 336 kilometres. I can't tell you what money I got for it, whether I got a skill point or anything like that. And anyway, I'm going to find out as well. I get to the end of this video to see if I'm above level 9, because I was level 9, next level was level 10. If I'm 10, I got another point. The money, I think, is a little bit more. So I don't think it was a lot of money, but there was a fair bit. But like I said, after that I bought extras, so what money I did get, then I spent a bit because I wanted the bigger engine. So I think it's all sort of squaring up. I'm not out of money, and I've not got over money neither. So as you can see, we're nearing the delivery point, so I'm probably going to stay with you. There you go, there it is the tank. I think actually the AMX 56, I think it is a French made battle tank. I've not been in that game for a while. I was a tank transporter many moons ago. Yeah, so that looks definitely like a newer tank, and I'm sure the AMX range were French. But somebody somewhere will know, and somebody will, well, they may put in the comments what's right and what's wrong. But yeah, let me know what you think, if I've cheated the game or whether I should put, well, I can't put the streamline back in there because I've gone way past it, way past this point. I've done quite a few other loads and I need to carry on, but that gives you the update as to what's going on. I had I have put the mod back in so that it'll show up on other trucks. So like if I went to an agency load and I wanted to do an agency load, I can do an agent load in that truck. It's like I've downloaded the mod for an early Volvo as well. I want to see them on the road. That's what it was about when I was driving. I want to see them on the road as well as these new ones. So yeah, we're just coming to the depot now. I've not made no note of the kilometres of this one. I'm going to have a look when it pops up, so you're going to know when I am. Really, I should look and then re-record this, but as we're getting near the end, I really can't be bothered. It's a lot, and I've got to try and remember all that waffle that I've just said about the truck and about the previous load and all that, and a lot of it I'm doing off the fly. I have like keynotes, but most of it's off the fly of what I've done, how I've done it, and it's not a script. So it'd be completely different, and I may miss something and put other stuff in. So it's really just, it is what it is. You get me talking over what I've done with what I remember of the run and what I can make from watching it and reminding myself. So anyway, here we are. I don't understand why we would be delivering a tank here, but hey ho, it's got to be there, and I want to have the money. So we do the hard load. This is quite a nice one because the actual, not the dock but the park bay where I need to put it, less damage on that one. I've just caught the post of the gate, so I haven't swung out wide enough. I'm not allowed for the width of the low loading trailer. So back up a little bit, hopefully we won't hit anybody. I think we're all good. Run it out a bit, there we go. I didn't think I was actually that close, but it's probably got a slight collision on the side. There might be a loading shackle on the side of the trailer, which maybe what's caused it. So anyway, we've now got to dog loop this back all the way round to reverse it into that bay. So I think I go external on this. Some lovely North British weather there, some nice rain. Well, that's actually some nice British weather all round. I don't know whether DHL are upping their security getting a tank. I don't think DHL shipped tanks, but hey ho. Perhaps the company that's shipping it has just paid for a park bay while it's being shipped from wherever. I don't think this will be its final location. This looks like a hub, so it's been dropped at a DHL hub to then carry on to its following location. So yeah, could be Northern Europe. I know it won't be anywhere. Well, it might be a foreign army in the country. Anyway, I'm speculating. So we're just going to park this up. Once this is done, this is going to be it for this video. Like I said, 3 loads, but only physically showing 2. So I think it's a little bit shorter than the last video, but that's alright. I've got enough to make. I'm going to make another video that will probably cover another 3 loads, I think, roughly, and then I may, well, I've probably got 2 actually, probably 2 more. I'm just sort of trying to remember how many videos I got in hand to catch up, but there we are. Oh, I didn't get no damage for that. That must have been really slow. I was level 10, so I had already leveled up, so I don't know what I put the point but we should be able to find out when we do the next one. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.